Okay, long day of RLCS today, but I did manage to get about 20 minutes of production in here. It's amazing how much I can kind of get done in 20 minutes. We added a few things to the third drop section here of our piece. In the form I'm using for drum and bass, your first drop will have kind of 3 big 8-bar sections, and the third one I want to have be kind of different and take on a different tone. Slightly less energy, slightly more mournful energy, but still trying to keep the pace up. So I'll play the second drop area into the third. And then that's not done at all, but just kind of putting those two things in there helped me really kind of help my ear plant where we're going. We're going to a calm down section that'll chill us out a little bit before we build back up and kind of go through this sort of material again. Now, this section I will say is definitely missing kind of an ear hook. It's missing a melody, a main thing to grab your attention. Right now, this sound is kind of going on, and I think that's a good sound maybe for the first 8 bars of this section, but the second we definitely need something to kind of take away from us. And I'm debating whether I want to try and put vocals into this or not. Vocals feels like something I don't want to wrestle with right now when trying to learn about this music. There's a lot I can learn about drum and bass without trying to figure out how to record and master or process vocals in a way that sounds good in this type of music, but it also might make me feel a lot better about everything else. So that's something I'm kind of debating. But right now, kind of the main melodic idea from this piece is this idea, which we use over here in kind of the intro section. So having that continue on here, we put a bit of a gain increase on it. So as we come out of the second drop, it'll bump up in volume here. You can kind of hear it becomes the thing that kind of takes your attention. So I think for the first 8 bars, it kind of works, but it is not a particularly ear grabby idea. It's an idea that works well when compared to other harmonic sections. So it's not an idea that works as well when our harmonies are changing as quickly as they are here. Versus in the intro, the harmonic rhythm is a little bit slower, and so that idea works a little bit better there, where over here, the harmonic rhythm being faster makes it a little bit different. In yesterday's video, I said I needed to go listen to how did Metric handle his basses, though, in sections like this, where he's keeping energy up, but he's changing his chord progression. And I found that he did actually take a lot of the energy out of his basses. His basses were a lot less aggressive and interesting. And so I did a similar thing here. I went from having the bass, this kind of growler bass, sounded like this before. And then we have a change to this. To be honest, I had not actually listened to this in isolation all the way through like that. I listened to the first little beginning of it here and then unmuted. I didn't realize the second one, or the third chord, was basically entirely unharmonic information there. The main thing I did was just kind of adjust the filters, how much is kind of being let through. I pulled these back a little bit, so they're just less aggressive, but it does have a pretty dramatically different sound to it. There's just a lot less going on there. But when you pair it with this bass here, it kind of works, especially in context. I just wanted to basically kind of feel like it was going chun 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 chun, and it's not grabbing your attention like over here. There's so much more shape going on. So that was the big change, was changing that, and also I did actually change the chord progression on the last repeat. Instead of having to go flat 7 1 or flat 6, 1, flat 7, 4. Have it go flat 7, flat 6, 1, 5. 1. Change the rhythm a little bit there too. The other kind of real big piece to this section was this extra topper, this hi-hat in here. So I think it's very subtle. It's not something that your ear pays attention to, but it definitely helps make the drums feel different and kind of a little more righty. So I think that made a pretty big difference there. So yeah, still definitely need like an ear hook in here. This section is not ready to be done. But I do like how I feel like that's the main thing that's missing right now, and generally it kind of works. I will say, in general, I am unhappy with the kick drum in this piece, and I really want to get a better sounding kick. But that'll have to wait for tomorrow or for other days. Thanks so much for watching. See you guys tomorrow. Bye.